Hi everyone, it is really nice to see you today. And today our topic will be competitor research. I will be explaining why it is so important to do competitor research for any business and how you can also provide this service to your virtual assistant clients. So let's move on directly to my presentation. Okay, so as I said, today's topic will be competitor analysis, competitor research, and together with customer analysis, this forms a very important service and a very important skill that you must have. And it will be really a big plus if you have this skill as a virtual assistant, because any business needs competitor analysis, and I will be explaining to you why. So never stop learning from your competitors. It is really so obvious and so basic, but it is really surprising that many people and many companies and many entrepreneurs still do not realize that, and they don't realize that there are, we always as entrepreneurs must learn from our competitors, because our competitors are doing different tests. They are basically their experience can show us what works and what doesn't in our market. So many entrepreneurs surprisingly again don't understand and don't realize that they need to do competitor research. And so many entrepreneurs, when they want to start a new product, a new business, actually, even before they do competitor analysis, they already jump in and invest a lot of money into this business, only to realize after that this idea does not work, or that they have done a wrong calculation or didn't set up the prices correctly because they did not analyze their competition before. So it's really crucial to analyze the competitors before starting any product or service, and it's actually an ongoing process. So for example, for SGBVA course, before I started this course, I actually analyzed my competitors. I made sure that the competitors exist, and I will be explaining to you shortly why it is so important for a business that there are competitors. And yeah, I have analyzed the competitor, I have analyzed the target audience, and only that, based on the experience of my competitors, based on the examples, I have created my product based on my knowledge and skills. So it is really an ongoing process. So we never stop analyzing the competitors. We go and research other competitors as well. So it is a never-ending process, and this is something that you also can educate your clients about, and that's also something that you can offer to your clients as an additional service, even if initially your clients might not understand the importance of it, but you can always give them this idea as well. So who can be your clients for competitor analysis? Actually, any businesses. Even if your client is a photographer, it would be a great idea to do competitor research just to analyze what are the websites of the competitors, what are the price range, how does it work, the sales process, how does this photographer have a customer support, how do they deal with the sale with a customer, how another competitor photographer schedules the appointments for the clients, etc. So you might be asking me, how do I know this? But stay with me and I will explain to you a little bit more how you can find all this information. So, but first thing first, if a business or idea has a competitor, it's a great business idea. And if a business or idea has a competitor, it means someone else is making money from the same idea. And this is something that's already proven. So it is really a great sign, because you might think that it's actually a bad sign, and that's how I was also thinking before, like, oh, maybe I need to actually create a business idea which doesn't have competitors. That's why I will be the only one in the market, and I will be the only one providing the service or product, and all the clients will be mine. But actually, this is such a wrong thought, it's such a myth, because the fact, as I said, that your business has competitors, or your idea has competitors, is that it means that there is a market for this idea. If there is no competitors, it means that, of course, someone has already tested this idea, most probably, because it cannot happen that people who have money, who have successful businesses, they always come up with different ideas, they invest, but these ideas fail. So if there is no competitor for your client's idea, or for your client's product, or for your product or service that you want to launch, then it means most probably that there is no market for this, and there is no demand for this. So it is more likely that you will fail. Of course, you can be the person who will just discover this market, and maybe no one else has thought about this idea before, but there is a very high chance. And still, if you will proceed with this idea which has no competitors, it means you will need to make all the mistakes. You need to really find the market for yourself and discover it, and most probably you will not be able to make really good money on this idea, because you will be the explorer, and someone else later will come and see your idea, and maybe they will do another business and make more money than you. So there is a good and bad in this, but it's always best that the business idea has competitors. So I hope we are clear on that. And what is the goal of the competitor analysis? So basically, the example that I want to make is, let's say your client is a coach, and because right now online education is booming, so your coach may want to start an online course about coaching. He or she might teach I don't know, people how to become coaches, how to make money from being coaches. And your client might think, okay, maybe I need to do a online coaching course. And your client might realize that your client needs competitor analysis, or your client might not understand that they need a competitor analysis. And in this case, you will be the one who will educate and say, wait, before actually launching this, I really recommend you to do the competitor analysis, because it's really, really, really highly important before you invest in any business idea. Before that, we need to make sure that there are competitors, and we need to see what our competitors are doing for this idea. So what is the goal of the competitor analysis? In this case, it will help you and your client to understand the market, to understand whether there are competitors for this idea, to understand how much the competitors are charging, to understand the sales techniques, how this product is being sold to the customers, who are the target audience, what do they need when they buy this product, what is working and what is not working in your client's niche. That's why for any business, it is really, really important to do a competitor analysis for the best pricing strategy, for the best sales techniques, for the best marketing techniques. It is really, really important. And if you can just provide this service alone for your clients, sometimes it can cost up to $2,000 to just create this report for the clients. Because imagine if I want to launch a VA course, let's say, that's happened with me as well, and I need to do a competitor research, and someone like a VA will provide me the list with all the information about my competitors. So this is such a huge benefit for me, because I will have a complete report on what my competitors are doing in the market, and how should I launch my course, what should be the prices, what should be what is the systems that they use for the sales, etc. So it is really, really important. And again, it is applicable to any types of businesses, even the photographers, even for any new products that your client wants to launch, etc. So you can educate your client and you can upsell the service. What does upsell mean? It means that your client has hired you for some admin services or some social media maintenance or social media management, but the client might not realize that he or she needs your help with the competitor research. So you can educate your client and say, look, I have experience with doing competitor analysis and I know how to do it. So how about we analyze your competitor so you have the best pricing strategies, you have the best customer support strategy, you have the best sales and marketing strategy for your specific business. So you can educate your client and you can upsell the service, because of course if the client sees value in the service, of course he or she would ask you to perform this service. So the goal, of course, when you do the competitor analysis, and shortly I will show you the example of how competitor analysis needs to look, and how you can search for different things in competitor analysis to get the data. But the main goal is, of course, once you have the competitor analysis and once your client sees it, of course, we do not copy. It is illegal to copy. What do I mean by copy is that, for example, you see this presentation and you just copy paste it in your Canva and then you speak about the same things. It means copy, and this is not ethical. It is not it is just not about our karma rules that we all know. So but of course imitation is good, and when we have competitors, we base our decisions on our competitors, on what our competitors already did. And if you look at the world, everything is imitation. So if you see that many companies, like for example, Facebook has done what was established and it became really popular. Then in Russia we have our own kind of Facebook, but of course it's in the Russian name. But it is like a complete imitation of Facebook, but it's not a copy of Facebook. It is just the idea is the same, but the execution is different. So that's why the competitor research is important. And of course, you need your client, after he or she sees the competitor report, they need to use it in an ethical way. We cannot copy the information. So we just need to use the experience and the frame, but we cannot copy the contents. So almost all successful businesses are the imitation of the existing successful businesses. I already mentioned to you that it is really important when you start any business or any develop any ideas that you have competitors. It's really important. So right now I will share with you what is the end goal of the competitor research, competitor analysis. Okay. I would like to share my screen. Okay. So now I hope that you can see my screen, so you can see the end goal of the competitor research. So this is the competitor research that we have done for the VA course before I started this course, because it is really important it was really important for me to know what are the other VA courses which exist. So if you can see, it includes the company, it includes the website, it includes the social media links, it includes the sale mechanics, so how these courses are being sold, what are the scripts. So my assistant Astrid was reaching out to the courses, and then she was communicating with the sales team, and then she could know the mechanics, the sales mechanics, and number of clients, average value of the course, the target audience, what are their obstacles. She was reading different reviews about this course, etc. So we have compared like 8 VA courses, and after that we have Astrid have compiled all this data into one spreadsheet, which was really useful for me, because I could see the price point, I could see the reviews, I could see what are the great points about this course and what are the points that people are complaining about. So And this could be a really good input and really good experience that I could base my course on as well. But again, to imitate and not never copy, because copying is unethical. So you can ask me where you can get all this information. So this usually, to find the competitor of your clients, you can just Google, you can analyze the social media hashtags, you can go search on social media, and when you start finding companies, you will be able to also find other companies, because you know how Google algorithms works. They will suggest you different types of content that you have already researched, so you can just start analyzing one company, and then Google algorithms will give you the ideas on your other competitors as well. That can happen. Usually we analyze 3 to 5, sometimes more competitors at the start, but of course this process is ongoing, and of course it is really best that this process is ongoing, and you as a virtual assistant can always add new people to this database. And so basically what the competitor research consists of, I will be sharing this spreadsheet with you guys, so you can use it as well for your competitor research that you do for your clients. To use this spreadsheet, you can just click on the file and then make a copy and use it on your laptop, because this sharing is only to view. You will not be able to use it on your laptop. You will need to copy it. So what does it consist of? For example, of course, first of all, company name. You can Google the competitors' websites and social media links, and then sales mechanics, how it is basically sales and marketing. So for example, if you are doing competitor research for your coach client who wants to start the online course, then you analyze other coaches who are offering online courses. You are reaching out to these coaches and say, how can I enroll your course? How can I, what is the right way to enroll your course? You ask different questions. So basically you try to communicate with the sales team, so you can understand the sales mechanics. Also, you go to the website, you analyze the website, you see if they have any limited time offer, or if they have any discount, or for example, if they're running webinars like us, for example, and it will be the sales mechanics. For the scripts, it is usually what the salespeople are telling you, how they are communicating with you, and usually you can even reach out to the course students online, and you can ask them, or even you can reach out to the salespeople, and you can say, you can ask how many students do you have in total. So usually this information is quite easy to find. You just need to talk to the people, to the customers, even, you know, if you are doing competitor research for the photographer, for example, and you are analyzing other photographers in this area, you can talk to the sales team, or you can talk to the photographer office. Or you can even read reviews from other people who have used these photographer services, and you can message them. You can ask, what did you like in this photographer? How was the photo shoot? Or maybe some things that you didn't like. So that's how you collect all the information. And then you, of course, you get some information about the target audience. So for example, you go to Google, you read the reviews, you go to Instagram, you read the reviews. For photographers, for example, usually the photographers on their Facebook page, they will post a lot of reviews from different people. You can also read the reviews. You can contact these people to learn more from them. So basically that's how it works. And again, these competitor research fields can be changed based on your client and based on your client niche. So it can be not just copy pasted like in my case, but you can change different columns. And about the product, so for example, for the course, it can be the type of packages that my competitor offers, the program and contents of each package, the main USP, unique value proposition of the competitor. So what is so special about the competitor? Or if you are researching about the photographers, let's say your client is a photographer and you are researching about his competitors, you can see what is the main USP of the competitor, what is so great that people love so much and they write in the reviews what is so great about this competitor. So yeah, this is basically, you compile all the information here in detail, and imagine that your client receives this spreadsheet and he or she understands everything about the competitor, and then it will be so clear to your client whether there is a demand, whether there are many competitors, how much money they are making, how many clients they have, what are the reviews, what is their price point, what are their marketing tactics, maybe they do Instagram ads, Facebook ads, or maybe they have a webinar funnel or something like that. So yeah, basically this is how the competitor research goes, and yeah, I will be happy to share with you the competitor analysis spreadsheet so you can use it for you as well. Yeah, so I think we are pretty much done. If you want to discover more about this topic, you definitely can go online, research more about it. Usually it's like I always teach you, and you know the strategy. You can just watch more videos, you can watch more, read more articles on this topic, but this is such a huge help to your clients, and definitely a lot of clients, a lot of people, a lot of businesses would be keen, and even a lot of successful and existing businesses, they constantly need updates on the customer and competitor research. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed our short lesson today, and thank you very much.